Hello everyone, Namaste and Salam Alaikum. Hi, this is Maria Khan, your master teacher of biology here at Vedantu. And guys, last time when I did this session, biology that you can learn from the movie Mimi, I received an overwhelming response from you all. And that's the reason why here I am with another movie review come the biology, the concepts of biology that we can learn, that we can understand from the movie Vicky Donor. So guys, if you're excited, hit on the like button, share this video with your friends, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to post me you in the chat box. So without wasting much time, let's quickly get started. So guys, this particular movie, Vicky Donor, so the character of Vicky is portrayed by none other than Ayushmann Khurrana. So let's first have an overview of this movie. So guys, two prime characters in this particular movie. So the very first one, of course, Vicky, who is a Punjabi guy living in Delhi. Okay. Now, professionally, he's doing nothing. Basically, he's an unemployed youth, and he is in search for a job so that he can earn money and he can live his lifestyle on his own terms and conditions. Now, he has his mom, a widowed mom, who runs a parlor, and a grandmother who stays along with them. Now, on the other side, there is this Dr. Chadda, who is a fertility expert and runs a sperm bank in Daryaganj, Delhi. Okay. Now, unfortunately or ironically, there are more failed cases in his clinic rather than successful stories. And that's the reason why he is in desperate search of a good sperm donor. And one fine day, when he meets Vicky, he sees his happy-go-lucky nature. He overall observes his mannerism, his behavior, his skills, his looks, everything, and then he definitely vouches कि he would be born in Aryan race and he could be an ideal sperm donor for his sperm bank. Now he spies on Vicky. He so sorry, he actually stalks Vicky wherever he goes, and finally he tries to convince him, persuade him, and finally ends up convincing him to be a sperm donor. Now, initially, Vicky is very reluctant because, as in our country, there is not much discussion, or there is nothing welcoming approach towards this profession of sperm donation, right? Or towards this profession of sperm donor. So basically, Vicky initially is hesitant, reluctant, and he denies the offer. But then, when the doctor tells him that if you become a sperm donor, you will be able to earn good money, you will be able to make good money, and eventually, this particular character, that is Vicky, portrayed by Ayushmann Khurrana, agrees ki okay, I'll become a sperm donor. Now he hides this particular thing from his family. Later on in his life, he meets a bank accountant who is none other than Ashima. Okay, and he later on marries her also. Okay, she belongs to a Bengali family, and she's an accountant, and she's a divorcee Bengali. Okay, and his family initially opposes for their marriage, but later on they agree. But he hides his profession from his family, from his life partner. And when his parents come to know, basically not his parents, his mom, when she comes to know, she bashes him badly, and the same typical saying, log kya kahenge, log kya sochenge, because such things are still a big taboo in our society. Even his wife Ashima, she reacts badly to this particular situation. Ki, being partners, one should be very much transparent, one should be open, and one should not hide anything, and that's pretty true. But she is unable to digest the fact that he is donating his sperms and he is becoming father to many, and because of which uh, uh, they actually fight. They have steaming argument, and she leaves his home and starts staying alone with her father, and things grow bitter among them. Now, the entire fuss, his mother's reaction, his wife's reaction, society's reaction, everyone's reaction around him is pretty weird, and that exactly happens in our country. Now, what is exactly sperm donation? What is the profession of this being like a sperm donor, and is it really bad? Is it something really a taboo to be considered about? So chalo, let's start from the financial aspect. When a person becomes a sperm donor, okay, the sperm bank, okay, when we say banks, the sperm banks pay 500 to 1000 rupee per semen sample, and if the semen sample is really good enough, the amount can even extend up to rupee 2000, okay, per semen sample. Now, a donor is allowed to donate the semen sample twice a week at the max. And when someone donates it twice a week at the max, so the earning potential extends from 4000 to 8000 per month. Okay, so are there any rules and guidelines about it? Yes, there are multiple rules and guidelines. So the very first thing, suppose someone wishes to be a sperm donor, there is a contract signed between the person and the sperm bank. For how much period, how much duration is he going to serve as a sperm donor, how much money the bank is going to pay the donor, and everything else. Okay. Now, for a person to be a sperm donor and to donate his semen sample, he must abstain from masturbation or sexual intercourse for 48 hours prior to sperm donation. Why is it so? To maintain a healthy sperm count and overall sperm health, it is recommended to abstain from these activities. Okay. Then the third thing, any random person cannot be a sperm donor. The semen sample must be scientifically analyzed, medically analyzed. Are the sperms healthy? Is the sperm count normal? Are there any physical deformities related to the sperm? Are they genetically healthy? Every aspect is checked. And for that purpose, the sperm bank initially connects 10 different semen samples from the sperm donor. Okay, and then these samples are quarantined in liquid nitrogen for 90 days. So liquid nitrogen minus 180, 196 degrees, something like that. Okay, such temperatures are maintained, and the sperms are stored for 90 days under liquid nitrogen. It means almost 3 months, so that the motility, okay, how they move, any infections if they are present, if any genetic diseases are there, everything is being diagnosed. And only upon successful clearance of all these medical parameters, then the semen sample is approved, and then the sperm donor is actually allowed to further donate the semen sample. Okay. Now the sperms, though they are initially studied and examined for 90 days, but they are only used after 6 months. So any chances of any infections, any deformities, or any anomalies are being detected. Okay. Now, as I mentioned, the earning potential in India is moderate, from 500 to 2000 per semen sample, and annual earning potential extends up to rupee 40,000. If I say 4,000 per month, so it's 40,000 per year. Okay. Now there are some ICMR guidelines as well. Okay, Indian Council of Medical Research. So here it is mentioned that the use of sperm donated by a relative or a friend of the wife or husband is not permitted. Not permitted. Why? Because you are receiving a semen sample, sperm sample from someone of your acquaintances. They might come later on in your life and claim that child to be theirs. So to prevent this, this is totally prohibited. This is not at all permitted. Okay. Second, now it will be the responsibility of ART, Artificial Reproductive Technology Clinic or Technique Clinic. Okay. So basically in layman's term, what we call it as fertility clinics, to obtain the sperm sample and store them under specific conditions. But besides that, neither the clinic nor the couple has the right to know the identity of the donor. Okay. the identity of the donor is never revealed. You know why? Because suppose, unfortunately, if a child born using the sperm sample is born physically or mentally challenged, okay, in that case, they might refuse to have that baby, or they can actually return the child to that particular donor, and such kind of complications may arise, though this is contractually not allowed. But yes, to prevent all such kind of complications, the identity of the donor is definitely kept 100% confidential. Okay, yeah. And the clinic has the right to have the possible information, all the possible information, like the height of an individual, weight of an individual, skin color of an individual, profession, family background, freedom from diseases, ethnic origin, and even the DNA fingerprinting analysis. Everything can be demanded by the clinic. Chalo, this particular stuff has a certain scientific backup along with it. Okay, for example, an XYZ person wants to be a sperm donor. Okay, but the individual is not tall enough, so of course the baby which will be born out of his semen sample or out of his sperm sample, there are high chances that the child, that the offspring would not be that tall enough. So it is totally dependent upon the couple's preference, whether they have mentioned such criteria or not. Like in our country, where physical parameters are given so much of importance, though it is highly emphasized that we should not body shame anyone, we should not judge anyone on their physical parameters, but still, height, weight, skin color, everything has its own weightage when a person wants to be a sperm donor. Okay, profession, if a person is highly intellectual, he is a good successful professional, it means he has got the genes. So the money is paid for the genes, for the characters that the person possesses, the characters that his sperm sample will possess. Okay, and yeah, it will be the responsibility of the semen bank or the sperm bank and the clinic to ensure that the couple will never come to know about the donor's identity. As I said, it must be kept 100% confidential. So yeah guys, here now my opinion about being a sperm donor. So guys, when we move our eyes around us, and we see there are so many childless couple and who desperately want to be parents. They have so much of love to give, but unfortunately they don't have kids. Now there are two options. One, a person can adopt a child. Second, one can have their own biological child. So if adoption is not preferred, having a biological child is a right of every individual which cannot be denied. But suppose there are some fertility issues in either of the sexual partners. Okay, so sperm bank, egg bank are the options nowadays available. So guys, if a semen sample can help someone to be blessed with parenthood, it's definitely a big blessing, right? So just like any other profession, if this also is considered to be a good profession, and indeed it's a noble profession, so we should change our perspective, we should change our outlook, and things will take time to radicalize. But yes, as charity begins at home, the change in the mindset begins with us, and we should help things revolutionize, right? So the artificial reproductive technology clinic will be authorized to charge appropriately to the couple for the semen sample that they provide. Okay, and the main condition, the sperm donor should be healthy, and that's the reason why age 21 to 45 is the age bracket which is being given in order to be eligible to be a sperm donor. Okay, so I hope you found this session to be very informative. If you like the session, hit on the like button, share this video with your friends, subscribe to our channel, and if you want to be a part of Vedantu, if you want to enroll with us, most welcome guys. You can find the link which has been put up in the description box, also which has been pinned in the comment section, and you can subscribe to any course that you want. But ensure that you apply my coupon code, that is MacPro, because it's going to give you fabulous discounts. So that's it for the day, guys. Let's meet up in more such amazing, interesting sessions. Till then, Allah Hafiz, Milo Hafiz, and keep watching Vedantu. Bye bye. Love you all.